Hello, welcome to this video. I should probably give everyone a bit of an introduction, this being my first YouTube video. My name is Amy. I run a Instagram account and a blog called Amy's Bookshelf, where I talk about books and review books and just share the bookish love. So if you've not found yourself here from there, then that's just a bit about me. I want to kind of leave a disclaimer and say this is not me starting a YouTube channel. I already had a lot of plates spinning. I run an Instagram account, I run a blog, and I've got a full-time job as well. I don't really want to commit to having a YouTube and tell you all there'll be a new video every Monday and Friday or whatever. But I have wanted to film a couple of videos and Instagram just isn't really the right platform for it. So I thought it would be good to have this space if and when I want to post videos. But yeah, like I said, I'm not committing to anything, so there may be long periods between posting. So yeah, that's a bit of a background about me. Today we will be talking about some books I bought yesterday. If you are following me on Instagram, I went to Oxford yesterday and visited the lovely bookshops of Oxford, and I bought 12 books, quite a lot. I'm doing a reel over there to show everybody the books I bought, but obviously a reel's quite fast, and I basically just wanted to give a little bit more of an explanation about why I bought them and why I'm excited to read them, so I thought this would be a good space to do that. So yeah, hopefully it won't be a very long video. So without further ado, we should start. So I visited Waterstones, Blackwell's, Bookstop, The Last Bookshop, and Daunt Books. I also took a picture of Arcadia, but I didn't actually go in there. So yeah, and I think I bought books from 4 of them. So we will start off with these two. So again, a bit more background about me. I run a book club called Amy's Book Club, mainly on Facebook. We also talk about a monthly pick on Zoom every month that my members choose, and yeah, we just kind of chat to each other about books, get recommendations and things like that. It's really lovely group of people, and I started it last year, and the first book that we chose was Talia Hibbert's Get a Life, Chloe Brown, but I so far have yet to read the other 2 in the trilogy, so I thought it was about time I bought them. So yeah, it's a contemporary romance trilogy called The Brown Sisters. Each of the books focuses on a different sister. So the first one, I should probably actually... The first one is Get a Life, Chloe Brown, so it focuses on Chloe Brown. The second one, Take a Hint, Danny Brown, obviously Danny, and the third one, Act Your Age, Eve Brown. So yeah, like I said, contemporary romances all focus on a different sister, but the sisters appear in each other's stories, which is lovely. So yeah, like I said, I've only read this one. It was really good, really well written. The representation is really great, and just very much enjoyed it. I will say I wouldn't recommend it if you don't like raunchy sex scenes. It is quite graphic, but done very tastefully, I think, and appropriately to the story. So yeah, I think if you're used to reading YA romance and then you jump into this, you might get a bit of a shock. But I'm excited for these 2, and hopefully I enjoy them all equally. So yeah, I got those 2. Oh, I actually got them from different places. I got this one from Bookstop and I got this one from Waterstones. Then the next 2, so we have one called Dear Fahrenheit 451. Never heard of this before. I bought it at Bookstop on a whim. I've read Fahrenheit 451, but the book's not actually about that. It's basically a series of letters from the authors to books that she has read, books she loves or books she maybe hated, and basically, I suppose, a love letter to them, or maybe a hate letter to them. It just sounded really interesting. It's only short, but I thought as someone who reads quite a lot, it would be quite interesting to see which books come up and whether I've read them or whether I'm looking forward to reading them. Yeah, like I said, that's from Bookstop. They have really good prices in there, so if you're in Oxford and you're on a bit of a budget, I'd really recommend going there because they're new books, because secondhand bookshops are amazing, I love them, but obviously it's tricky to find certain titles because you are just relying on people donating. So Bookstop is a great place to go for newer books, because this was £3.99, which is obviously great for a new book, and so was one of the Brown Sisters ones as well. So yeah, that was fab. And then this one I got secondhand from Oxfam, so it's called Less, and it's one of those books I honestly could not tell you the blurb, but I've seen it everywhere. I think, yes, winner of the Pulitzer Prize for Fiction 2018, so I think that was why it was everywhere for a while, and I feel like this cover is just very iconic. So from the blurb it looks like it's about a guy called Arthur Less, who accepts invitations to events from around the world. I like that, I like the sound of it, hopefully I enjoy it. So next up, these two. So these are Fitzcarraldo editions. If you've not seen them before, Fitzcarraldo is a publisher who I'm pretty sure focuses on translations and like international books. So these were both from Waterstones, so they're quite easily found, but I think you can order them direct online as well. I have one of them already, so this is on my translated TBR at the moment, Minor Detail, which is set in Palestine. So yeah, these two I bought. This Box Hill one sounds very like Tin Man by Sarah Winman, if you've read that. On Sunday of his 18th birthday in 1975, Colin takes a walk on Box Hill, a biker hangout. There he accidentally trips over Ray, a biker napping under a tree, and that's where it all starts. It sounds beautiful. I love a love story. I love a tragic love story. And it's only short, which I love. So yeah, looking forward to that one. And then the second one is actually part of a trilogy, so it's called The Other Name, and it says Septology 1 to 2. I think the other ones are Septology 3 to 5 and then Septology 6 to 8 maybe, but I thought I better play it safe and only buy the first one in case I don't like it. So this one is a translation and it's a musing on the human condition, which is basically my favourite genre of book, if that is a genre. This one's set in Norway, translated from Norwegian, and yeah, like I said, if I enjoy it I'm going to buy the other two. So yeah, that kind of leads me nicely onto the rest of them, because one thing that I like to focus on, if you do follow me on Instagram, I talk about it quite a lot, is obviously reading diversely, but also making sure that the books I read aren't all set in the UK and US. As is the book publishing industry, we have a tendency to focus on books set in the UK and US. For people who don't read a lot, they probably will realise that they only actually read books from the UK and US, because it takes a lot for books to kind of penetrate that popular wall and make it into the mainstream, which is a real shame because there are some fantastic books that are set elsewhere, and that's why I make an effort to read elsewhere. Because I asked my followers for some recommendations and they gave me some, so a few of those are recommendations and a few of them are just ones I picked up because they looked interesting, but they're all yeah, international reads. So start off with this one, African Psycho, which I'd never heard of before. I bought it in Waterstones, and I was looking for another book, can't actually remember which one, but I saw this and the cover looked intriguing and it was only short. I keep mentioning that. I like short books because if I don't enjoy them, I've not wasted much time reading them. So this is translated from French, and it follows a man who wants to become a serial killer. He wants to become famous for killing his girlfriend. And so he basically enlists the help of a dead serial killer, by the sounds of it, to work out how to do it, except he's not very good at it, so I think the book is just his endeavour to gain this infamy by killing his girlfriend. So I'm not really sure what kind of tone it's going to be. I'm kind of hoping it might be like a dark comedy, but I'm not sure yet. So yeah, I will keep you posted on that over on my Instagram. Next we have Erotic Stories for Punjabi Widows. I'm sure you've heard or seen of this because it crops up a lot, and it is one that I've wanted to read for years and years and years. From what I remember, it's just about a group of women who sort of open up about their sexual experiences and their womanhood, and kind of find a freeing feeling from doing that. So I'm looking forward to that, and I hope it lives up to my expectations. Next we have Lonely Castle in the Mirror, which is set in Japan. This last year was everywhere on Bookstagram for a good couple of months, and I was desperate to read it, and my friend Jazz from Travels in Fiction, I will link her somewhere. I don't know how to YouTube, so I don't know where's best to do that, here or in the description. You'll see. I really want to discuss it with her because she read it last year. From what I can remember, it's a bit of a abstract plot. I'll read you the blurb. Would you share your deepest secrets to save a friend? In a tranquil neighbourhood of Tokyo, 7 teenagers wake to find their bedroom mirrors are shining. At a single touch, they are pulled from their lonely lives to a wondrous castle filled with winding stairways, watchful portraits and twinkling chandeliers. In this new sanctuary, they are confronted with a set of clues leading to a hidden room where one of them will be granted a wish, but there's a catch. If they don't leave the castle by 5 o'clock, they will be punished. As time passes, they begin to realise only those brave enough to share their stories will be saved. Tender, playful, gripping, Lonely Castle in the Mirror is a mesmerising tale about confronting your fears and embracing human connection. I mean, that sounds like a bit of me. So, buzzing to read that. I really hope I love it. Next we have Three Strong Women. This was a recommendation from one of my followers. It is translated from the French, set in France and Africa, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember what the blurb is, but I think it's sort of, again, focusing on like human condition, family ties, more character driven than plot driven. But yeah, like I said, on recommendation from one of my followers, so hopefully I do enjoy that. The ultimate one is this one, which I've put this way up because it's kind of like a postcard. I have seen again on Bookstagram, on the internet, everywhere. From what I can remember from the blurb, it's set on the border between North Korea and South Korea. A tourist comes along and meets a woman who works in a shop there, I think, and she kind of becomes his tour guide, essentially. Again, really short, love that. So yeah, and I think this is translated, yeah. So yeah, looking forward to reading that one. And then finally we have Lost Children Archive. I was looking for a different book by this author. It was on recommendation from one of my followers, but when I went into Waterstones they didn't have that one, but they did have this one. Firstly, gorgeous cover, really appreciate a good cover because it's nice to take pictures of and it looks really great on your bookshelf. But also the blurb was just intriguing. It's only short, so I'll read it to you. A family in New York packs the car and sets out on a road trip. This will be the last journey they ever take together. In Central America and Mexico, thousands of children are on a journey of their own, travelling north to the US border. Not all of them will make it there. Yeah, it just sounds good. And hopefully, yeah, it's the punchy blurb lives up to a good book inside. But yeah, with all of these, I'll keep you posted on my Instagram with whether I like them and when I read them. I mean, I want to read them all soon. It's not going to happen, so we'll see how I prioritise them. These two were both from Waterstones, if I didn't say that already. That was from Waterstones, as was that. That was from Daunt Books. That was from Waterstones. That was from Daunt Books. And that was from Waterstones. Yeah. I don't know how well I did that. I'm not very good at talking to a camera. I'm very much normally the person who sits behind a camera, so I'm really sorry if this was very rambly and not coherent, but I'm sure if I do any more of these I'll learn to be a bit more coherent and succinct, so we will see. And yeah, I didn't really give you much of an explanation about some of those books, but you will have access to the internet, so you know, go look them up if you're intrigued. I'll leave some links below to bookshop.org, so you can purchase them with an affiliate link. If you have read any of them, let me know in the comments so we can discuss, and let me know if you've bought any books recently that you're looking forward to. And yeah, like I said at the beginning of this video, this is not me committing to a YouTube channel at all, so it may be a few months before I have another video out, but I just think it's a good platform to do these kind of things, so when I'm in the mood or when I've got something to talk about, I will yeah, post on here. I will see you when I post a new video, whenever that may be.